Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. One of the things I absolutely love about being a casual player is by the time I've uploaded episodes and get around to recording the next batch, I've already had some feedback and information from you guys to help me blend in to what it is I'm trying to do. I received a really interesting comment that the Firebird set actually goes really well with mirror image, and that seems to be the meta for pushing high levels. So one thing I was thinking is we might swap Black Hole out and try mirror image. Let's stick duplicates in there because these guys will be casting spells, so they're going to be doing things like Wave of Force, and of course we've got Storm Armor and Magic Weapon on, so we're naturally kind of restricting what they can do in that sense. But it doesn't cost us any resources to put out mirror image, which is great. With 4 of them, the chances are that they're going to be doing something offensive. I think it can only really help us. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Now, it's been 2.5 weeks since I last played, because I've been absolutely run off my feet running up the Phoenix Point campaign. So let's just have a quick reminder of where we are. We've got Greater with Keystones coming out of our ears. We were just running at Torment 13, I remember. So what we could do is we could just push up our gems, try and get Bane of the Stricken up to rank 25. I think that's going to be sensible enough to get back in the swing of everything. Yeah, we could afford to empower it. We've still got plenty of gambling to do. It's also been suggested that I gamble for Ashnagar's Blood Braces. It's a good idea, it really is. Especially if we're moving away from Black Hole, then Strong Arm Braces is going to be less useful to us. But we'll see how this goes anyway. It is going to take me a while to get used to doing things again. Oh yeah, we were kind of like running up to stuff and just like nuking it, weren't we? Sort of. I mean, it's all very much sort of. But it does seem to work. So this is going to be janky as all hell. Yeah, you can see them all like popping off that massive explosion. We get our combustion stacks up and keep them up, then that's really what's going to work for us. I do think that this is pretty effective at the moment. It kind of makes me want to make Wave of Force better. Because at the moment we can just like teleport on top of stuff, and we're still dropping the occasional meteor, but the damage isn't coming from meteors at all. Yeah. I wonder if there's anything that can boost Wave of Force then even more than we already have it. The other thing that was well, not so much suggested, but more commented, is if we switch over our Disintegrate to one of the others, we might be able to hit more things when we're up close. I'm not convinced by that. I do love the range, being able to just like blat around. Right, let's teleport all our way around. Also, we don't need the Twisted Sword anymore. It's not really doing much in terms of damage compared to our massive nuke, so we can look to switch that across to something else, I think. Get them all covered by stuff and then nuke them. Have to actually hit them, of course, before they will get nuked. It's important to double check these things as you go around, because we're not doing enough damage without that massive application. You can hear Amos in the background eating his food. Nom 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 nom. Let's teleport slightly away from these guys. I mean, honestly, I'm not scared by the damage that anything is putting out on us, so we could almost certainly push higher. Now, it was an important test before. Not sure whether I hugely like the mirror images, but when we reach Rift Guardians and things, I'm sure they will be vital for like really hammering things down. Bang! Ooh. We got a wand! That's interesting. Of course that's interesting. Right, okay. So. All these points go in Bane of the Stricken. Chandorso's wand is great. It's not as useful for us based on the fact that we're not going to be changing into Archon form. Yeah. So that ends up getting to 60,000%. And this ends up getting to 80,000%. So maybe it would be actually worthwhile us looking at. Something to consider. Something to consider. Let's head back, hand this in, and we can run straight out for the next one.
Your skill nicely done.
3 points in here. 3 points in there. Life per hit goes up. I mean, when you're feeling invincible, it's really easy to just skip over different things. So Town Rusher's Allegiance is a really, really great amulet. Not sure if we're going to want it hugely long term, but we are getting that huge survivability bonus. So at the moment we're doing like 3 types of damage. I think we can reasonably say we're doing 3 types of damage. I didn't actually check to see how many resistance things we were getting as we were going around there. I probably should have looked at that. So while survivability is pretty good just based on that. Do we have a Stone of Jordan? We do not. Okay, we will keep that. Monster Hunter can go. Chandottos is definitely staying. Let's put it over with Veers for now. And of course, Teardrop Starweaver can come down. In terms of our cube items, yeah, we've still got the furnace in there. I would like to still get a decent sword and switch that over. What else are we missing from this? We are missing the hands, and we do want the hands in order to get the shoulders, but we can start gambling for shoulders now. So this is interesting. We start gambling for shoulders now. We get the Mantle of Channeling. That ticks that off. Mantle of Channeling we wear, and then we re-roll these into hands. So that's our next Kadala target.
Lucky you. Don't forget, luck always changes.
Hey! It's actually a really good one as well. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so we can't wear it right this second. Veer's shoulders come across here. Deathwatch Mantle. That's a lovely, lovely item. Really, really like it. How many Death's Breaths do we have? 92, so we've got enough to really try and re-roll these into gloves. The other thing I wanted to check is 38, so we could try 3 attempts. That might be pushing it a little. Let's ask Kadala for gloves, and we'll try and get them that way.
Do come back again.
Hey! Awesome! Gloves on. Mantle of Channeling on. Okay, so we are now down to 2 pieces of Tal set. And I'm fine with that for the moment. We will be gaining damage reduction directly from that. So we're going to have to see how invincible we feel. It might not be invincible anymore. It might be like, oh my god, don't panic kind of level. For the moment, I will just put these there. Really, we need another tab for that. I'm going to salvage all of this stuff up, but yeah, really, I should probably start checking what my original plan was for what we want to spend our time focusing on next. So Ashnagar's Blood Bracers. In fact, yeah, give me just a second while I tab out and we can have a look over on my planner window. Yeah, didn't care about that. Right, let's pull it up this way. Copy. Completely professional, of course. Paste. Right, yeah, so I still need Ashnagar's Blood Bracers. Fazula's Improbable Chain if we wanted to go the full Archon. But that's not really going to happen. So that means our belt is up for grabs. If we go for Hergrash's Binding, that seems like a very sensible one. Yeah, I think Hergrash's Binding is probably going to be the best option available to us. We also want Focus and Restraint, ideally. But we're pretty much there in terms of what's useful to us. Okay, well let's push in and we'll run some more. I think we can put this up a bit. This might be like runaway time. I don't know. We'll find out once we get in. That's the thing. When we're doing our nukes, it's great, of course, because we're nuking, but we're not channeling them at that point. So there's always going to be that danger. Yeah, we do a lot of damage with that, so as long as we're killing things quickly enough. And that's potentially one of the other things we could do. One of the belts, I forget which one it is, can do like cooldown of skills by, I think it's like 6 to 8%. So we could get our mirror images, so we're putting them out a lot more frequently. Yeah, they can totally nuke everything. So as long as we're the ones applying the disintegrate stacks. We can let our mirror images do a hell of a lot of the That's the other thing to remember as well. We're getting extra damage reduction by our teleport. So we've got a lot of damage reduction coming in between our Halo of Carini, Aquila Curus. Wow, they died all the way down here. Let's grab all of these.
Need more time.
Yeah, Ashnagar's Blood Racer to really push our shields would be nice. Kaboom! Who needs Chandotto's wand and eye when you can just do your own explosion when you want for about the same amount of damage? And that's not even when it is sticking round onto fire. Yeah, let's not be in the middle of that. So that was a little bit painful, but it wasn't too bad. Let's get those ready. Right, you guys. Oh, big nuke in there. Let's not get frozen. Suffice to say, I feel quite powerful with this build. I've said it before, it is the dangerous time. When you start to feel powerful, that's when you get sideswiped by something that does a bit more damage than you were expecting, or like a different damage type than you were expecting. We're also going to want to go and find the set dungeon. So I should probably think about how we're going to do that. I might save that till next episode though, and we'll just like properly try and hammer it out. Let's let our arcane power come back for a moment. I think we nuked in one. Oh, it ticked round to fire, that's why. Well, yes, we almost certainly did then. Okay, let's put these points in. Another Firebird chest piece, that would be good to have a look at. Oh, was Ichian armbands as well?
I need to go back. I didn't think I could get any better.
Okay. Points go in for their... It very quickly runs through at this stage. Okay, so... Ooh, the Shadow's Bane. That's incredibly useful for us. No, it's not. Intelligence is low, Vitality is low. Familiar damage we don't care about. So this is one we could potentially re-roll. I am actually going to take this back and what we'll do is we'll get ourselves another tab over here. And this is where our spare Firebird stuff is going to go. Mantle heal? It's hypothetically, it's really, really good. I mean, that would work quite well as a Legacy of Nightmares thing if you were to extract it and put it in the cube. But ooh, another Unity. Okay, so if we swap the Halo of Carini out, we'll be taking a little bit more damage. A little bit more damage. But it will be always, and we won't need Storm Armor. So we could change Storm Armor over for something else. That is once we get him to the point where he can't die. So we'll save that and we'll decide what to do with that a little bit later. But that is interesting. That is very interesting. This is one of the ranked ones, so that comes across here. Intelligence is lower. The critical hit damage is through the roof, though. Regenerate life per second is okay. So yeah, that really emphasizes the extra damage, doesn't it? Okay, so this is going to come across as a spare. Shadow's Bane is going to go Yungjang Do. Do we have one of you yet? No, we don't. Grandfather don't care. Wazichian armbands do care, but only to extract. And of course, Mantled Heal. Right, salvage up these. And in fact, I should probably think about the braces that I am using. Do I have anything that's worth swapping out? Castilian wrist guards? Not really. Ancient Path and Defenders? We're not stunning things. So no. Well, let's gamble and we'll see if we get any. So Kadala. Let's have a look about those braces.
Don't forget, luck always changes.
Promise of Glory? Nope. Wazichian? Nope.
That is too expensive.
So that's a big fat no across the board. Promise of Glory can actually just come across here. Wazichian will salvage up. We do have enough Death Breaths to do upgrades, but I think we'll keep what we've got at the moment. Just because we're not really struggling. It might be worth checking to see if we can do any extra gems, but I'll wait until we've gone through the other rifts. Okay, so 63 is fine. Let's go up to 65 and we'll see how it feels. Wait. Why is something not right? Why is... Oh, because my stacks aren't high enough to get my teleport cooldown reduction. I was like, wait, why am I not teleporting as quickly as I should be? And it's because I wasn't allowed to be. Okay, we're going to have to watch out for poison on the ground. Good solid damage that we put out with these. Really is. I mean, we've gone up an entire torment level. We are obviously using more resources. So I think Hergbash's binding is probably really going to be the best thing we can do, just to try and keep our arcane power nice and high and keep Aquilocurus helping us. Because once we go too low, it's not helping us really. Okay, let's move on. It works. It really does work. Let's not be in the middle of anything that's going to be exploding. If we can, like, avoid it. We do have 3 cheat deaths, so I'm not really worried about dying, but we want to be saving them for when things get nasty rather than just using them willy-nilly. That being said, I think pushing up the difficulty levels is definitely the right thing for us to be doing. Because these mobs are all dying easily enough. Oh, actually, yeah, I should be checking to see... I suppose we can't tell what meteors we're getting, and it doesn't matter. I was just thinking about Tal set, but we're not doing even the 4-piece Tal set anymore, are we? Pop. Pop. Damn, elemental twerkers getting all up in my business. Let's get some reinforcements out here. Just dancing around all over the place. Float like a butterfly, explode like an Archon. In a way, it's better than Chandotto's in that we get to control when it goes off. It gives us a little bit more control, but ultimately we want to be exploding all the time. If I could be exploding every time I teleported, that would be ideal. Ooh, they survived one of the hits. That was quite surprising. Shield pylon. So now we just don't care. Okay, let's get the Rift Guardian. There wasn't quite enough. Okay. Around we go. Let's refresh our abilities slightly. I mean, we've got plenty of shield pylons, so we're just going to be able to blitz through this thing. Oh, he's got quite a bit of health, but yeah, did you see the health going down there? Breath of Lightning, Belt. Belt could be interesting. Let's put the points into Bane of the Stricken. That belt is not interesting. Looking at it, I can already see.
I am returning to town.
You're right, Amos. No, you've got food. Well, actually, you've gone through it, haven't you? Well, you're going to have to wait, mate. I will give you more. Okay. 4 points. Our leveling speed is increasing because we're going up the difficulties. So, we have another furnace, which is actually pretty damn awesome. It's a good one as well. So we could put Death Wish in the cube and use this. Or, you know, we could just use Death Wish when we get it. Homing pads. They're better than the ones you've got slightly, but not really. So we'll just leave them alone. Typhon's bits. So, Typhon's chest. Talrash's chest. Another one. Right, you know what, let's just get rid of that one. Stormcrow. We don't already have one. Okay. I thought we did, but we don't. And the Witching Hour. I mean, the Witching Hour is it's an okay belt. It's just not amazing. It's really what it comes down to. Right, Wreath of Lightning. That's coming across here. That's one that doesn't get ranks, so let's move these ones down. And Squirt's Necklace. Do I have a Squirt's Necklace already? Because this is one of the ones that I'd be tempted to swap Talrash's over for. While not taking damage, damage dealt is increased and damage taken is increased. So it turns us very much into a glass cannon. We're always taking damage, but our shields should be helping us out. It would just make us like proper danger close when things go wrong. Yeah, we do have a Squirt's Necklace. This one is better though. Moth just landed in my drink. Okay. Let's move that across there. We'll salvage this one up. It doesn't emanate, which is a bit of a shame. Over here, we had a furnace. And this one's a furnace that's got a socket in. And it's got resource cost reduction. So it's actually really, really nice. This one can get salvaged. Alright, we'll salvage this stuff up. And then we will ask Kadala for braces. And then we've got a lot of money, so we can afford to empower a rift. So Kadala, bracers.
Don't forget, luck always
I can't
Nope.
afford that.
Nope, we're just gonna salvage.
Have you spoken to Ori?
Not yet.
And we're doing Wave of Force with that. Oh, we don't really care about that. Let me change that over. Safe Passage is the one that we want. What else was I thinking? No, I think that's alright, actually. Yeah, because the Wave of Force isn't giving us any benefit. It's doing a little bit of arcane damage, but we don't care about the meteor that drops it. That does negligible amounts compared to what we're actually doing. Promise of Glory, that just goes. It was slightly better stats than what we have at the moment, but it's really not my favourite. Okay, let's go 67 and empower it. This is taking all of our money. But it's all in the name of the greater good. Ah, yeah, I was going to potentially change over Disintegrate to the close range one. Well, it's something that I'll think about for the future. There's no urgency for us to do that. So that's an extra 25% damage reduction we're getting from teleporting. So we're even more survivable than we were before. Yeah, that was starting to get a little bit nasty. You going to come over and help, Amos? Yeah, the mobs are starting to get quite a bit of health at this level, so we might have to slow down until we get some slightly better gear. And when I say better gear, I also mean like main stat, because that'll just help. Also, where we've got convention of the elements at the moment, if we did change that across to focus and restraint, it would be quite the consistent damage increase, because we're doing wave of force and we're doing, in fact no, we would then need to have a primary skill. I mean, we could change over wave of force for like stabbing people in the face with spectral blade. It'd be amusing. It wouldn't be what I'd ideally like. I like this whole exploding at things, and I'm more about the theme than I am about the efficiency. Always have been. Don't run away from me. I'm trying to kill you. Oi! There we go. So, just to recap the extra survivability that we've gained. We've got the Mantle of Channeling, which is huge. We've got the extra 25% from Teleport, which is also huge. We've lost some by not having the 4-piece towel set, but I honestly don't think it's really a concern, because at the moment we're not even getting the benefit from Aquila Curus most of the time. Let's wait just a second. So once we get the belt and reduce our arcane power usage, I think that will really just allow us to push as far as our damage can take us. And at that point we probably want to start thinking about whether we sacrifice survivability for offense. Damn, Speed Pylon is draining all of our arcane power. Fingers on the wrong key, that'll get me killed. That's what I wanted, get right in there and nuke him. 96%, almost time for the Rift Guardian. Just a few more big ass groups. There we go. One, two, three smacks. And so much loot. Nothing really that interesting by the looks of it. Okay, so this goes into Bane of the Stricken. And we've made it up to GR 65.
I am returning to Tau. Nicely done.
Okay, I'm going to IDR stuff, but because we don't have any braces in there, I'm just going to gamble for braces while we're over here.
can't afford
No,
that.
still no Ash Nagars, which is a bit of a shame. Points will go in. And let's drop off our stuff. Spoilers of Zakar. Emanates. It's a nice thing, but you know, repair costs are negligible, so it's just not worth it. Veer's Fantastic Finery. That's new. That comes across. Fierce Gauntlets. They are not new. Typhon's Claws. We've already got so many of those that can just get salvaged. Blackthorns. It's a Demon Hunter Blackthorns as well. It's not even just a regular one. And we've already extracted the Tormentor and Wazzy Chin. Fire skills do 20% more damage. Disintegrate ignites enemies, causing them to take 3000% weapon damage per second until they die. It doesn't call it fire damage though, but it implies it. We'll try it. I don't know if it's gonna help, but I mean, every time we destroy a wreckable object, we'll go a little bit faster. So, for a wizard who's teleporting around everywhere, that is incredibly useful. Not really. I'll figure out what we're going to do with our Death's Breaths and Forgotten Souls in the next episode, and I think next episode we will go and actually we might do these because they'll be quick. Hit the set dungeon for certain, and maybe just like start pushing through the rest of the season journey. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. It has been awesome fun as always. If you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.